once you've chosen your typeface and you've done all your research about the typeface, the next stage is to design a mood board. So a mood board is what it says, what the name says. It's to convey the mood to the client. Okay, so imagine a non-designer seeing your mood board. Okay, the person you're showing this to is a client who's not a graphic designer, who's hiring you to create the poster. They need to understand the mood of the final piece. And you convey this with the ingredients that are going to go on the poster. This is not designing the layout of the poster. Okay, I'm going to bring it back to my cooking analogy. You're not cooking the meal at this point. You're laying out ingredients on the counter. And by that, we get the impression of what the final dish is going to be. Okay, do not design your poster here. So this can be a letter sheet. The size doesn't matter that much, but you can just do this in Illustrator. So like I said, doesn't really matter. This is a letter page, and you include all the elements, samples of the elements that are going to be on your poster. Okay, so this also, another good analogy would be if you hired an interior decorator and they came to see you for a consultation and they brought swatches of materials. It's not only the colors that count, but all of the textures. So that's what matters here. Okay, so it's all of the ingredients that are going to go into the final design. So let's look at some examples. This is a really strong mood board. So they've listed the name, they've mentioned the name of the typeface is Essones. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. They've written that it is in the modern category. So I want you to include the category that the typeface is in on your mood board. Include the typographer's name or names. And then aside from that, you're going to include the colors you're going to use. So the colors should be limited. We don't want a whole rainbow, a whole spectrum of colors. The more limited they are, the stronger your visuals are going to be. And I don't even, in this case, want to see tints and shades. Just show the colors. Sometimes somebody will show, I'll take black as an example, and then show a pile of grays. That doesn't add very much value. So just show me the probably 2 basic colors you're going to use. Okay, this should not just be one color, I don't think. If you can sell it to me, go ahead, but usually it'll be 2 colors and black counts as a color. You can have 3 if you want, but propose it and we'll see where that goes. Okay, so you're telling me the name of the family, the category it's in, the typographer's name, the colors you're going to use, and then small samples of the graphic elements you're going to have on your poster. Again, don't do your poster layout here. Okay, in this case, this typeface has this really cool horn serif on some glyphs. So this student split the letter and showed me with and without, right? Regular serif versus the horn serif, because that's a standout feature of that typeface. And then they showed me the ampersand, this alternate ampersands, and they just decorated a bit with the strokes in fills and things like that. So that gives me an idea. See how the G and the Y down here are like cut off? So they're showing me alternates of those characters, and then all the numerals, the figures that are in the typeface, and then a block of text. Okay? It's also very useful. I want you to include a number of adjective descriptors for your typeface. So bold, elegant, sophisticated. You may get some words, you might get some inspiration from the typographer's page. Sometimes you can pick out words, that's okay. And we're learning here, so if you go read the typographer's profile of the family, they might use words there that you can use to describe your typeface. Okay, so I want you to include some of those on your mood board. So this is a very good example of a mood board, and I'll show you more of them here. So here they show us a bit of a sample of the feel above the four designs, the feel of what the poster might look like. So they're using tints of like the tan color, and then large glyphs Okay, and showcasing like swash characters and things like that. And then they show me all the possible colors they'll use and that kind of thing. Okay, this doesn't include, it should include the typographer's name and different things. This is missing some elements, but it still gives you a feel for what we're looking for. Okay, here again, I cropped this. This is only part of a mood board, but again, it gives me definitely the colors and it really gives me the feel. So this is only, like I said, it's cropped because there was something else on the other part of it. But again, here you get a look and feel. Here too, okay, color palette. It's for grotesque. The typeface is called grotesque. And then there's a sample of each thing, but it should have the typographer's name and the rest of the elements that I showed you on the first one. Okay, again, the poster is not designed here, but the person wrote diagonal movement, intersecting right angles, that kind of thing. So those are all descriptors that describe the poster. Okay, here again for Warnock, we get the feel of what the final one's going to look like. Again, here there's some missing elements like who designed it and all the other things. The first mood board really had all the required elements. Okay, but you can kind of see where the poster is going based on this. Here too. Okay, this poster did end up with a big curve in the middle. It was half black and white. And this shows pretty much everything, that it's going to be black and tan. And it mentions the typographer's name and that kind of thing. And then we're back to the first one. Okay, so again, the name of the typeface, the category it's in, the typographer, standout glyphs, descriptors like adjectives, and then samples of the typeface. This is a good model. So those are the things you need to include on your mood board.